Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel and please don't tease me. I'm working on a gameplay video, but it's 2022 and I thought I'd start with something a little bit more fun. This is only going to help you if you're looking for an EP to play. These are all my opinion, but I'm obviously completely right and I will take no constructive criticism at this point. Thanks in advance, and remember, please don't tease me. So before we get into it, let me explain the tiers I've decided to use. The first tier is Goth. Absolutely iconic, a cultural reset, and even people that don't know anything about The Sims know about this red dress hottie. These EPs are flawless. I put Akira Kibo in second place because he's not as well known, but he's a stone cold hottie who makes perfect looking children and has incredible fashion taste. Absolutely overlooked in The Sims canon, and these are the good EPs that you're absolutely not thinking about, but you should. Also go make babies like Curious, he makes super cute babies. I put the Grim Reaper in third place because seeing him in your game can be sad or upsetting, but he's untouchable and extremely iconic. You can't besmirch the Grim Reaper for doing his job. He's part of your Sims life, so he's necessary. So he's in third place. Also, he's really funny. If you ever ask him what he does and stuff like that, that's why he's there. He's charming. He's part of life. He's scary, but I love him. Bob Pancakes is the last of the good tiers because he's funny, but honestly, we sort of hate him. Eliza didn't do anything to you. She stacked up pancakes on your plate and you have the audacity to look annoyed. Also, he doesn't look dressed and she's clearly ready to go. I'm just saying, I think he's in the wrong in that marriage. In one of my games, Eliza cheated on him while he was in the room and he absolutely deserved it. So on reflection, when I wrote this tier, I think I was feeling charitable about Bob Pancakes, but now I'm kind of annoyed that he exists in the first place. So I think this is a good place for him to be. Bloodstrad is the second to last tier because he's so annoying. I know I have a good neck, this is going to surprise Bloodstrads and all the bloodies, but I want you guys to know that there isn't that much variation in Sims Next unless I've been playing this game wrong all along, which is absolutely a possibility. Nancy Landgrab is the very last on the list because there's clearly plenty of resources to go around, but the Landgrab company still cuts your electricity and your water if you don't pay on time, and there's no way for the game to send automatic payments, so your Sims have to suffer because of her and her legacy. Death is inevitable, Nancy Landgrab is not. She is absolutely bottom tier. Now I think it's time we start calibrating this. So let's start with Bella Goth. We'll start with The Sims 4. The Sims 4 is absolutely God tier. Bella Goth, iconic, no explanation needed. So let's talk about Get to Work. Get to Work introduced the idea that you could follow your Sims to work, but it turns out that following your Sims to work is both boring and buggy. You can also have a retail space, but you can't live in your retail space, so you have to go home and see your family. And if you wanted to do that, why would you have business in the first place? This one is Grim Reaper tier. It's important, but it's fine. Get Together is absolutely iconic. From the fashion to the club system, this EP made the game incredibly exploitable. And clubs are a really fun dynamic to play with. Windenburg is a beautiful world. There are some issues with clubs being too small, I think. And also the dancing that you can do together isn't that great. So it's going to Akira Kibo tier. Eco Lifestyle is more cute than it is useful. I don't use a lot of the features and I think it's very forgettable. And I think the only really fun thing you can do is have the off the grid lot trail. Other than that, it's nice to see neighborhoods changing as they become eco-friends or eco-enemies, especially the neighborhood that came with the EP, but honestly, it's pretty forgettable. There isn't much content there, so it goes into the flat tier. Get Famous doesn't really add anything to your playstyle if you're not interested in making your Sims famous, but the reputation system is so good. Your Sims just have to introduce themselves nicely to people, and in like 3 Sims days, you're going to start getting job offers for career, where you're still in the mid-tier for no reason. So literally all you have to do is be nice to other Sims. The system is legendary and I can't praise it enough. Fame is boring, but reputation is everything. Because of that, it goes into the Bob Pancakes tier. It has one really good thing, one really bad thing. I like it. It's okay. The Sims Island Living is beautiful and I like mermaids, but really there isn't that much to do. You can have The Sims without island living and have a perfectly good time. Sulani is a stunning world and I like that it adds to fishing. But if I want to see people on yachts I can't afford, I just go on Instagram. There isn't really that much to it, and I'm struggling to think of things I like in it other than the world, so I'm going to put it in the Landgrab tier. So now that we've calibrated, I think we can start by finishing our IPs. So we all know Seasons is an icon. Not only did it give us Seasons, it gave us Death by Freezing and Overheating. It gave us the underused and underappreciated calendar, holidays, 5 different clothing styles for your Sims. I'm not good at math, but if you're doing fashion right, that means your Sim has 25 outfits, which is more outfits than I have. We stan both your Sims and Seasons, Bella Goth, unassailable, incredible. Now, I expect a lot of hate for this, but I think the Sims 4 pets is kind of a boring one. I mean, look, I love seeing the cute pets, but if you don't have Bridgerton or whatever the town's called, then how does it really affect you? You can go around Willow Creek pretending you've never even heard of cats and dogs, and who's going to take issue with that? Nobody. So, this one goes in the Bob Pancakes tier. It's cute. It's cute. I see the appeal, but it's not for me. The Sims 4 City Living is stunningly done, and I won't hear any arguments about this. The apartments, the spicy food, the neighbor with the maid king, even if your Sims don't like it, by it I mean the city, your Sims will have heard of the city. They won't have heard of cats and dogs. This is why this is better than that one. So this one goes in the Akira Kivo. The Sims 4 Snowscape is like that cool aunt you like, but you only see once a year, and that's the only reason you like her. And then you grow up and you realize she's kind of judgmental, but the family likes that she's generous, but then her gifts start coming with strings attached. I don't have issues. I'm just saying that's legitimately what this one feels like. This is Vlad tier. I realize now that this builder thing has no icon for cottage living, so I'm going to use this bird, whatever that is, for cottage living. Okay, so the Sims 4 cottage living is so much cuter in theory than in practice. There's a surprising dearth of content considering we have cows, chickens, and foxes now, but you can't really do much with it unless you're living in a cottage. It's kind of forgettable. The English style town is cute, and I like that kids can cook with you now, which is the only reason this is going in the black tier. I really hope that's the right icon. In any case, it's okay. It's not the worst thing you can buy for your game, I guess. Now, university. I know some people are going to take issue with me for this one because I've just spent most of this video talking about how if it doesn't affect you when you're playing it or when you're playing other Sims households, it's not that good. But the Sims 4 University is absolutely a game changer. The thing where you can actually go from being a young adult to like a judge in a semester or whatever is fun, and the actual being a university student, it's really hard, which adds a nice challenge to the game. It doesn't really have that many challenging steps, so I think the Sims 4 University is going in the Grim Reaper tier. I love it. It's not perfect, it has a lot of issues, but I really like it. I like it a little more than I like Bob Pancakes. Now that all the EPs are out of the way with, let's start with our game packs. Let's start with Outdoor Retreat. It was the very first game pack. You have to go on vacation to really do anything with it, and herbalism is not that fun a skill. The horseshoes are cute, but it's so forgettable. It kind of goes in the land grab tier. I like the fashion. Doesn't make up for everything else. I only remember it when I don't want to, like when other Sims start making potions on my oven or whatever, and I'm like, ugh, how dare you. Okay, so absolutely Nancy land grab tier. Spelling would have been Vlad tier before, but the new additions with the patch made it cute enough that I can see a lot of the benefits for wellness, and being able to simply have your Sims do their nails completely changed the game, so I'm going to be charitable with this one and put it in the Akira tier. Dining out is a mess. It's buggy. Running a restaurant is really complicated. Even dining out is a whole thing. It's incredibly difficult. You can have a Sim run a restaurant as a chef, which is absolutely a scam. But even though it's messy, it has a lot of charm, which Outdoor Retreat just doesn't have. That's why this goes into the Pancakes tier, even though it's such a mess. Okay, Sims 4 Vampires is going into the Vlad category, obviously. Vladdies and Vloddies, we only remember vampires if we go into their sparse, dark world, or Vlad calls us. Vampires have this thing where they scale really quickly, so if you want to make a super Sim, you can stack a vamp with a sunlight resistance ability in a tiny home. If your vamp has the super toddler and the scout camp traits, you'll make them a super Sim in less than 24 hours, like human hours, not Sims hours. Anyway, you don't want advice. Vlad can keep the vamps. I don't like it. It's fine. It's just you can exploit it, but it's not that great. Parenthood is absolutely Bella Goth tier. Not only did it give us the parenting skill, the best, most underused skill in the game, but it also gave us character traits, scouting, and things for children and teens to actually do and aim for. This is why parenting is God tier, because it affects Sims for the rest of their lives. Every single Sim is affected by their parents. I love it. It's great. Iconic. Playing horseshoes, not iconic. Parenting, iconic. Jungle Adventures is cute, but it's bland. Did you remember there was a jungle? Because I didn't. Did you just use the objects to try and build Casita from Encanto but realize you like the skills? Maybe. Me too. I feel you. Jungle Adventures has a new culture which barely saves it from the Langer category because the new culture is actually super cute. This one's another Vlad. Strangerville? Honestly, I think everyone hates the single track storyline in The Sims, but I'm a big fan. Plus all the military Sims are breedable. I don't know how submissive they are though. Anyway, because it's actually a fun, inventive thing, this one goes into the Bob Pancakes category. It kind of fell short a little bit, but I understood what it was trying to do, and I liked it. It was fun. Also, lots of potential for mates. I don't have monetization on this channel, but if I did, I'll probably get demonetized for saying that. The Sims 4 Realm of Magic is absolutely the opposite of what I like in the game. You have to go to a new place to do anything. Your sim can take magic shortcuts, but the bloodline system almost makes up for it. I've never completed it. I've never gotten all the magic bonuses, and I probably never will, simply because I have no interest in it. I wouldn't notice if it wasn't there, so I'm gonna put it in the Nancy Landgraf tier. Star Wars Journey to Batuu is objectively better than Realm of Magic. The build items are really cute. The fact that you get quests is interesting. Will I ever finish it? No. Will I make my Sims role-play in cute Star Wars costumes until I question whether it's creepy? Yes. Bob Pancake tier. It's cute. Now, this builder thing doesn't have a dream home decorator, but I'm going to talk about it because I liked it. I thought it had a cute career and cute fashion. There isn't much content for it. Because the career itself is adorable, it goes in the Grim Reaper tier. You can't see it, but it's there. I promise. I'm going to go through stuff packs and all the other sort of ancillary stuff really quickly. All stuff packs that I don't have are going in the bottom tier automatically because I am actually a completionist, and if I don't have them, that's for a reason. So immediately this goes into Nancy Landgraf tier. I don't have it and I never will. So, okay. So from that we start. I think this is luxury patio stuff. I don't know. Seasons made it hard to do lavish parties, and it's even less useful than before. I think you might get a butler with this one. I'm not sure, and I'm not interested enough to find out. So I think it goes in the Vlad category. I think this is perfect patio stuff. No, I think this is perfect patio stuff, or perfect backyard stuff, or whatever. I'm just really bored with the outside stuff, so, you know, go inside. Don't care. Cool kitchen stuff is kind of a misnomer because it's one kitchen and an ice cream machine. I wish the ice cream machine was the only single-use appliance I needed to use in my life, but it's not. So it goes into the Vlad Strauss category because actually making the ice cream is fun, even though I've only done it like once and I have like 4,000 hours in this game. It's embarrassing, but we're not going to talk about it. Spooky stuff is fun in theory, terrible in practice. I actually think this one goes into the Landgraf category. Movie hangout stuff is really cute. I think it's that one. I like it. It's mostly for outside though, and like I said, I have to worry about rain, so Bob Pancakes tier. So I realize now that this might have been the romantic garden one, but I'm going to use this one because, again, I don't know if I have it, and if I do own it, I don't know that I own it. I think this is kids' room stuff. I think it has one really cute thing, which is that outside like play thing. So that saves it from going to the Nancy Landgraf category because it's really cute, and your Sims and your toddlers can earn imagination in there. So that's fun. So I'm actually gonna put this in the Vlad. Actually, no. I'm rethinking this because this brought us the bunk bed. So it's in the Bob Pancakes category. Sort of iconic. Laundry day gives you some nice, neat, plain possibilities if you're an awful micromanager, which I am. So I think it goes into the Bob Pancake tier, even though I don't use it that much. I just like it. I like the idea of it more than I like the actual pack. Vintage Glamour is cute. There's nothing much else to it. Because it's cute, it's going into the Bob Pancakes tier. It's fine. It's fine. Backyard stuff, I think I've used it once. I'm done with all these outside options. It's 2022, there's still a pandemic happening. Let Sims stay in the house and socially distance. It's actually going into the Nancy Landgraf category. The more I talk about it, the more I realize I hate it. Bowling night, I think it's called, gives us bowling, which I did once and then forgot about it, both in real life and in the game. So I think it's Grim Reaper tier because it's actually pretty fun. But much like bowling in real life, I don't do it unless I'm invited to it, and I never am because that's not a thing anymore. It's 2022. Fitness stuff is personally offensive to me. It has a climbing wall and that's literally it. It doesn't do anything for the fitness skill. I think it has like a couple of radios. It's really bad. It's like if somebody who heard of working out decided to make a stuff pack about it. Sorry, I'm kind of stuck on my first pet. It's so bad. Why is it even... Yeah, anyway. It just feels like a personal insult towards me. Moschino stuff is legendary, iconic, incredible. It overhauled the photography skill and made it fun and playable, also made it a viable career. I actually think this one's Bella Goth level. It's so good. It's so good. Nifty knitting. It's good for like 5 minutes until you forget knitting is a skill. Or if you have like a group of elders living together and they all knit and watch TV, that's cute. You can make clubs with it. It's cute. It's kind of forgettable. The fashion is adorable. So this one's going in the Grim Reaper tier. Paranormal stuff is more interesting than fun. Like it's something cool in theory, but then nobody actually does anything with it. And then I think this is the toddler one. For the toddler one, it has some fun objects, but it's not that interesting. So that one also goes in the Vlad tier. If you have a sim doing the 100 baby challenge or you're doing the generations challenge, you should get this because they can kind of supervise themselves if you leave them in essentially a playground. And then for tiny homes, I think this one is great. It's so good. As soon as you have sims in a tiny lot, they start building relationships twice as quick. They start skilling twice as quick. It's incredibly exploitable, and you should absolutely get it if you have a legacy playstyle. So I love it. And then I'm not going to rank any of the stuff packs except for Bite the Dust because it's the only gameplay one. Bust the Dust. I think the bonuses it gives to gameplay are fun, but it can be kind of annoying if you're not on top of it, and I think the aspirations that came with it aren't that good. Plus, I have some trauma because I was one of the dust bunnies in my legacy house, and it set everything on fire. So it's gonna go in the Bob Pancakes tier now that they fixed some of the bugginess. I also think the aspirations that came with it are pretty bad. Okay, so that's everything in The Sims ranked, except for the stuff packs. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm so glad we agree on all of this. Thank you for watching. Please leave me a comment below because it helps me and you're nice, and I would love to hear your opinion about how wrong I am. Again, remember, please don't tease me. You can subscribe. Bye!